Hello friends. So we shall continue with food processing and technology in this video. We had covered a few parts of this topic in the last video. We had covered the various methods to preserve food. What do we mean by food processing? What are the latest techniques used? The reasons for deterioration of food and the steps we take to reduce the deterioration. Here we'll be continuing with the skills which are required by any person to become a food technologist, the career opportunities which are available to a person, educational qualifications which are required to enter into this industry, and self employment as small, medium, or large scale enterprises depending upon your caliber and the finances and the information that we have. So, the first thing we'll be dealing with is classification of food on the basis of extent and the type of processes. The first is minimally processed food, as it is very clear. The processing is very minimal. The preserved foods using preservatives, manufactured foods which we manufacture, formulated foods, medical foods, functional foods, and food derivatives. We shall do all these in details from the next slide onwards. The first is minimally processed foods. These are processed as little as possible, only enough to take it to the market and have the shelf life for that sufficient time. So it retains the quality of fresh food. The processes which are used are cleaning. You cannot market without cleaning, trimming of the stems or the attachments, shelling, cutting and slicing so that it is very easy to use, as you can see in this picture. It's only the cutting and slicing of the fruits and vegetables which is done. Here also, no other processes, no refrigeration or nothing like that. And it is stored at low temperatures. They are not frozen. Just remember, there is a difference between frozen and refrigerated. They are refrigerated at normal temperature, less than 6 degrees, but they are not frozen. So, this is the minimal processed foods. Next, we come to the preserved foods. The preserved foods are the ones where the methods of preservation used do not change the character of the product substantially. Here, the character of the product is not changed. You can identify the product and it remains the same. For example, these are all frozen vegetables, frozen peas, frozen vegetables. These are all pickled or the vegetables which are dipped in vinegar, etc. So all these canned fruits and vegetables, the the basic character is the same. The pea, it's in the similar form. It has not been boiled or anything like that. All these vegetables are also in their natural forms. For example, frozen peas, frozen vegetables, dehydrated peas. What is the difference between the two? Frozen peas, it's kept in the if in the frozen state like this, and dehydrated, they are dried, the water content is removed. Dehydrated vegetables, canned fruits and vegetables like this. These are all preserved foods. Next, we come over to the manufactured goods. The manufactured goods are the ones where the original characteristic of the raw products are lost. For example, if you take these papad, here you can see, can you identify potatoes? Obviously not. So here the original characteristic is lost. Here also, these are jellies and marmalades of different fruits and vegetables, but the basic character is lost. So here the basic methods of preservation are used. For example, salt and sugar. Sometimes oil is also used. For example, oil based pickles. There you have the vegetables which are deeply dipped in the oil so that the supply of oxygen is not available to the fruits and vegetables. For example, pickles, jams, marmalades, squashes, papad, and vadis. All this reduces the availability of oxygen, and these are known as manufactured goods. Next, we come over to the formulated foods. What are formulated foods? These are the products prepared by mixing and processing of individual ingredients. Mixing and processing. So, here we have two things. The first is mixing, and the second is processing. And it reduces and it results in higher shelf stability. That is, these products can be preserved and used for a very long time. For example, bread, biscuits, ice creams, cakes, and kulfis. For these biscuits and cakes, they can be used for many months because the products have been mixed, they have lost their individual identity, and we have an altogether new product which has high shelf life. The next are food derivatives. Food derivatives are the ones where the components of foods are obtained from the raw products through purification. That is, we have the raw material, and from that raw material, we derive another food product. For example, sugar is drawn from sugarcane, oil from oil seeds. So, when we make use of sugar, this is actually refined and processed sugarcane, and oil it is extracted from the seeds which have oil, mustard seeds, coconut, and all those seeds. In some examples, the derivative of the component may be processed further. For example, conversion of oil to vanaspati. इसको हम कहते हैं hydrogenation. Hydrogenation because like oxygenation, we provide hydrogen to the oil, and here the bonds are broken and we convert oil to vanaspati. This is vanaspati. तो ऑयल को हम वनस्पति में कन्वर्ट कर देते हैं. तो हमने क्या किया? दिस इज टू स्टेप प्रोसेस. इन द फर्स्ट स्टेप, from these oil seeds we extracted oil, and from this oil we made the vanaspati. So we can have further derivatives from one derivative. Okay. The next is synthetic foods. This is not included in NCRT books very thoroughly. So synthetic foods, these are made from chemicals or artificial substances. Abhi tak we were using raw materials, the real fruits, real vegetables, real agricultural products. But here we are making use of chemicals or artificial substances rather than the natural ones. So the produced it's made use of new techniques and new methods. So with the advancement of technology, you have many new and artificial substances, food coloring agents, preservatives, and altogether जो हमारे supplements आते हैं, vitamin supplements, mineral supplements, they are also all synthetic foods. These foods generally imitate the appearance, odor and taste of the natural foods. तो हम जो कई बार देखते हैं that it is lemon flavored. What do you mean by lemon flavored? Does it contain lemon? No, it's only flavored. So this is synthetic food. For example, vitamin D that is frequently added to milk aids calcium absorption. So it contains vitamins or minerals. This is added to it. It is not there originally. Okay. So 90% of the vitamins nowadays which are prescribed by the doctors are synthetic. These candies, colors which are used, these are all synthetic foods. Next we come over to the functional foods. Functional foods, these are the foods that can have beneficial effect on the human health. They help in keeping us healthy. A functional food is a food which is claimed to have an additional function. तो इसके पास एक और भी function है by adding new ingredient or more of existing ingredients. तो जो ingredients foods में पहले से ही हैं, या तो उनको या फिर हम उसी में कोई और एक इंग्रेडिएंट को ऐड कर देते हैं, जिससे कि इट बिकम्स वेरी बेनिफिशियल टू आवर हेल्थ. जैसे कि प्रोबायोटिक्स का द मोस्ट कॉमन एग्जांपल इज याकुल्ट. most of us have seen it in the market. You must have drank it also. So what are probiotics? Probiotics are often called good or helpful bacteria. As you can see in this diagram, you have good bacteria and you have bad bacteria. So probiotics, they have good bacteria, and when this good bacteria enters your stomach, it makes it more healthy by by uh, acting as an antioxidant and helping in digestion. So it helps us keep our gut healthy. The second is lycopene. Lycopene, what is lycopene? Lycopene actually helps in increasing the immunity of the body, and it also fights cancer. तो बॉडी में जो कैंसर कॉजिंग एलिमेंट्स हैं ये उनको भी डिस्ट्रॉय करता है. An example is orange juice that has been fortified with calcium for bone health. In functional foods, we have also fortification, क्योंकि fortification से भी we increase the beneficial effect on human health. These are all the examples of the foods which are good sources of lycopene, and this is probiotic food. Okay. Next are medical foods. Simply as it is very clear from the name medical, these are specially formulated and intended for dietary management of disease. The difference between medical foods and the functional foods is medical foods are used on the basis of the disease that you have. They are prescribed by the doctors. It has a medical purpose, and functional foods, they basically help you in keeping overall health, in keeping you healthy, and fighting of diseases. It has distinctive nutritional needs that cannot be met by diet alone. तो जो भी चीज़ें हमारी डाइट से सिर्फ पूरी नहीं हो पाती बट वी एक्चुअली नीड इट ड्यू टू द डिजीजेस वी आर कैरिंग, those are medicinal foods. For example, low sodium salt. Who would need low sodium salt? Obviously the patients who have high blood pressure. So rather than totally controlling salt, we have low sodium salt. Lactose free milk for persons with lactose intolerance, especially you would have seen in very small children who are born. Some of the children, they just cannot digest milk because they have lactose intolerance. In that case, we have special lactose free milk, and these are all medicinal foods. Now we come to the career part, the knowledge and skills which are required, the scope, where all can you study, what are the basic eligibility criteria. So, knowledge and skills which are required: food as a material, food product development, and recipe development. Food as a material, जहाँ पर हम खाने की बात करेंगे, जो हम प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं, द रॉ मटेरियल्स. फूड प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट, उस रॉ मटेरियल से हम क्या बनाएंगे. यहाँ पर वी हैव ऑल द एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्ट, हेयर वी कन्वर्ट इट इनटू डिफरेंट प्रोडक्ट्स. एंड इन द रेसिपी डेवलपमेंट, यहाँ पर we will make a recipe out of it, and something which is more palatable, which is more delicious, it's looking marketable. So these are the three different aspects where we need to have the skills for. There is a table also in the NCRT books which you can consult. Here we'll only deal with the fields. What are the fields which are required? Food science, food chemistry, microbiology, food processing, quality assurance, good manufacturing practices, and nutrition. This is something we have done in public nutrition also and clinical nutrition also. The basic fields are the same whether you are dealing with clinical nutrition or food preservation or food processing. Analysis of raw and cooked manufactured foods for composition, quality and safety, कि हमने जो cooked और manufactured foods है या raw है उसकी quality क्या है, how can we keep it safe, stop it from deterioration. Food ingredients, their uses in food preparations and production on large scale. जब हम large scale पे production करते हैं, what are the things that we require? Product specifications and food product development. What are the new products which we are planning to develop? Sensory evaluation and acceptability. Many a times we can just see a product and say no, it's not worth eating. Either it has deteriorated or there is something wrong. So sensory evaluation, making use of five senses. What are the five senses? You can use smell, taste, vision. uh, Obviously you won't be able to listen to it, or your tongue, taste. So sensory evaluation say he, many a times we come to know that the food, either is it of good quality or bad. You often smell fruits while buying and you come to know about the quality. Industrial practices, the system controls, distribution channels, consumer purchases. Say what will we know? Distribution channels, we'll just take an example कि कितना time लगता है from the moment it is made to the time it reaches the consumer. The shelf life must be at least this time. अगर वो बिफोर इट रीचेस द कंज्यूमर और उसकी क्वालिटी ख़राब हो जाती है तो इट्स ऑफ नो यूज़. सो यू नीड टू हैव information about all these. Food packaging, labeling, tetra packs may, how long is the life? If you open the tetra pack, how long will be the life? Many a times you will see that closed packets, they can survive for 6 months, but the moment you open it, it has to be finished off in either 2 days, a week or so. So food packaging, and after food packaging also you need to have the sensory evaluation, ability to use information technology to support product design, various types of packaging, the looks of the products, the final finished product, skill in food preparation and cooking, khana banana, what are the different techniques used, how can you make it more healthy, ability to design, analyze, follow a design briefs, recipes and adapt them, make new recipes which are more healthy, bring in nutritious things, how to make it more long lasting. These are the different things we need to know. What are the qualifications which are required if you have to get into this field? The basic thing is you have to be 10 plus 2. Uske baad you have either short term certificate courses, but these short term certificate courses generally get you placements in small scale units. To get employment in large scale units or have your own entrepreneurship which is at a large scale, you need at least a master's or a bachelor's degree, and it is even better if you have research qualification or a PhD or a doctorate. Many universities in India or abroad offer many graduate and postgraduate courses, the bachelor's or the master's, in specialized aspects. It could be cuisine, it could be processing, it could be packaging. So they have specialized aspects and it makes you very desirable in these industries. What are the career avenues which are available? You can be production manager, project appraisal, teaching and research. These are all very common. We have already covered it. Project implementation, project financing, consultancy. Consultancy for what? किस चीज़ की consultancy आप यहाँ पर देंगे? Obviously, regarding the processing, increasing the shelf life, deterioration of food, etc. Marketing, marketing of such products. Quality assurance, कि उनकी quality अच्छी है, कितने time तक वो survive करेगा, what is the expiry date. Technical marketing, research and product development, creating new products. Sensory evaluation, we already discussed it. Make use of all your sensory organs. Entrepreneurship development, have your own entrepreneur, small scale, large scale, and cater to the public. These products are highly in demand. If you go in your kitchen, just have a look around you, and I'm sure you'll find that most of the products, around 70 to 80 or even 90% of the products which we are making use of, be it milk, biscuits, anything which you look around, it's mostly processed food. So if you like, I hope the topic would be clear. You can see these are all daily product, uh, food items which we are making use of. The topic would be clear. If you like it, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that all the videos reach you on time. Thanks a lot. See you in the next video with a new topic.